Welcome back. Your time is 5:14 on this Tuesday morning, the first day of July. Temperatures are starting off in the 70s. Pretty humid out there, but again, it's the first day of July. It's about what you would expect. Temperatures going to be in the mid to upper 80s a little bit later this afternoon and evening. So not quite as warm as the last couple of days just because we'll have a little more cloud cover and things are quiet this morning. This is down at Goose Pond in Scottsboro. Nobody out there just yet. But again, we're not really tracking any rain locally. That'll change later this afternoon and evening. Of course, we have been talking about this cold front the last couple of days. It's finally going to push in a little bit later this afternoon and evening. After this front drops to our south, the rest of the week's looking dry. But before that happens, we're going to have more of those showers and storms fire up this afternoon and evening. Again, pretty quiet for now, but once we get into the daytime heating, we get that extra lift. That'll give us some of those storm chances. So again, first part of your day, relatively quiet. Could be a few stray showers this morning. The best chance for rain going to be later this afternoon. Notice after lunchtime, some of those heavy downpours start to pop up here across the Tennessee Valley. That'll continue through the afternoon and evening, especially south and east of Chattanooga. And even by 6, 7 o'clock, we still have a couple of these showers and storms hanging on. There's going to be a pretty decent cutoff depending on where that front lands. If it's right across Chattanooga, then areas north and west will be dry. If it's further west, then we'll have more storms along the Cumberland Plateau. So we'll keep a close eye on that. But as we continue through the late evening and overnight hours, we'll eventually start to dry out. But here's a look at your severe weather outlook. We do have a marginal risk for severe storms. That's a level 1 out of 5. Mainly for gusty winds. There could also be some localized flooding with some of those heavier downpours, especially considering we already have some fairly saturated grounds here across parts of the Tennessee Valley. So just make sure you download that Local 3 weather app. It is free for iPhone and Android. You can scan it right here on your screen. There's also a link on our website. It's got a great radar feature. Always a good thing to have anytime we have storms in the forecast. After this front passes through, here's the good news. We're actually going to see the humidity drop off a little bit. Still going to be humid out there, just not as humid as what we've dealt with for the last week or so. And as for your temperatures, going to be in the low 90s, eventually bouncing back into the mid 90s. And this weekend, the heat index should be fairly close to about 100 degrees here in valley locations. Now, switching gears briefly, we are still tracking the potential for some tropical mischief heading into the weekend. About a 20% chance of development from the eastern Gulf off the Carolina coastline. Not going to impact our weather because that front's going to be so far south, but if you are heading down to the beach, Florida Panhandle, Orange Beach, anywhere in Florida really, it's going to be quite the soaker. We're talking anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of rain with even higher amounts offshore. So again, all your beach goers for your 4th of July or heading into the weekend, just know it's going to be pretty wet to our south. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. We're going to have some sunshine, maybe a little bit of morning fog tomorrow. It's going to be hot heading into the 4th of July, but it's going to be dry. So again, if you're going out to any of those celebrations, this year at least, we're not going to be contending with any of those showers and storms, and that's always good news.
Yeah, it's spectacular starting Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of events going on, so things are looking good weather-wise.
Cool. Thanks, Clay.